Morning everyone, it's Monday morning and we're not cutting grass today. We have 3 yards to cut on our list today, so we are not going to go out just for 3 yards. And not only that, it is a balmy 36 degrees outside and a lot of heavy frost is going on. So even if we wanted to go cut, we would wait till the frost is off, because cutting grass with the frost on it just does not work very well. So we're going to work around the house today. I am going to continue working on my LifeProof flooring and get some video of doing that. I'm hoping to get most of it done today. I've gotten one room done and a hallway done, and the hallway, you put a couple boards down and then you cut a couple boards, and then you put a couple boards down and then you cut a couple boards, and it's just a difficult pain in the butt thing to do around doorways and hallways and everything. So I will be getting on that floor and working on it here shortly. We're gonna get back on this. I still have carpeting to take out. I've been taking it out in sections. Because I never know how long I'm going to have to work on this. Something could come up and then I have to go look at a job or something. So this is what I've been doing so far. I've just been moving the furniture from one room to the next. I'm putting the felt pads on them before I move them onto the floor. And I've gotten a lot of this all done, which don't look too bad. There's a couple spots where the floor is uneven. Hopefully it'll settle in, but I don't think it will. But other than that, it's not too bad. But once we're getting away from this room here, things are getting a little easier. The floor is not as warped because there's not much water coming in. Or once people get past that, water doesn't get tracked in. So that's one good thing about old carpet. It rips real easy and it rips fairly straight. So this is how I've been doing it. It seems to work out the fastest and easiest. Started rolling up all this padding, starting from this side, going this way, but with the amount of sand that's in here underneath this, I started at that end and come back this way, just so I didn't have to deal with all that sand. So now comes the fun part. You gotta pick this all up, just vacuum this all up, pull all the staples out. You can't see me there. There we go. The lighting in this house is horrible. So what we did is, after we vacuumed this whole floor up to get major sand on it, we swept the floor again, just to get the fine dust off that the vacuum would not pick up. And then once it gets to the end, it's piled up, so we sweep that up, or vacuum that up again. So now I'm going to pull all the staples and pull the tack strips up and then continue on with the floor. It never fails when you're removing tack strips. You always stick yourself with one. It never ever fails.
So I hate everything about carpeting, especially them tack strips, because them things always get me every single time. So I'm gonna continue ripping through these things, and like I said, it's a pain in the butt. I hate carpeting, but we got a long ways to go on this. I got the floor all cleaned up, staples all removed and everything, and now the only problem with this flooring is it takes a bit of planning. I laid the whole floor out and cut that first piece at 24 inches, and the problem I'm going to have, and why I cut it the way I did, is this seam right here, because it buckles back over. It's buckling back over there. I just kind of laid it out so that piece would bridge over the gap and wouldn't be as bad, and if I had to shim it, I had to shim it. What I've been doing on the rest of the floor is I just been grabbing pieces out of the box. Well, the problem is things wouldn't line up right, or I cut it where I shouldn't have cut it, and it was setting up on, you know, the ends, the two ends where they meet would set at a joint in the floor. It wouldn't set right. So I learned the hard way with taking things apart several times that you have to do a little bit of planning. So now I've got it laid out for this row. I'm going to put it together, give you an idea of what I go through here on this. So what I'm doing, you pick this up, you set it down, and you want to be a 1/4 inch away from the wall. And so these shims are 1/4 inch. But sometimes the walls are not straight. So you have to take and do this to get them at a 1/4 inch. One thing I found when I went back to Home Depot is this kit. I did not realize there was a flooring installation kit. I just grabbed, what I did grab is I originally grabbed this block. As you can see, I've been beating on her pretty good because I was hitting it too hard to start with. So what you have to do, just to make sure this is set, because you can feel the gap there, you just, when the gap is done, it's gone. Now it's hitting it way harder than that. Also in this kit, there is a bar that sits in when you get to the other end of the wall. You can't get in there with this block. You set this bar here and then just tap going that way. So I'm gonna lay the rest of this row out, and I guess I'll do it real time. So it looks like the edge is right close together. That's not setting down, it's up a little bit. It's not set down all the way. And the gap is gone. And then this is up a little bit. All it's take is, oh, couldn't see that. All it's gotta do is, and it's done. Let's go one more. As I get farther away, it'll be easier for you to everybody to see there. Ends all lined up. Go. And that's done. And again, let's see over here. See that? Yeah, you can see that. Not hitting it very hard, just light tapping it, and there's a spot right there, and now it's gone. So it's pretty decent. It goes pretty quick, but it just takes a while to do the prep work. So there you go. And on these bigger pieces, it won't line up right, so that means it's got to be off down here. So you got to work at it a little bit. So you might have to come down, tap on this end, and that's not right. So you pick it back up. Okay, so I'll show you the problem I'm having right now. right now the problem is this gap right here. I can't get it closed. So I pick it up, slide it over, and it's tight, but it's too tight. So then you slide it back over just a little bit, which is kind of a wiggle thing there. And it's pretty good. But then the gap down here gets bigger. So now we got to try and tap it in. And it's seated in, and this is up a little bit. Start down here on this quarter here. And that's it. Well, one spot right there. And it's done. Yep, it is done.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Vicky come in and interrupted me. We figured out why, or she figured out why, actually I guess we both figured out why the dog has not been eating her food. She caught a rabbit, she's been eating rabbits, so she had to tell me that she's been working out in the yard and cleaning everything up. So gonna get back to this. Only took a couple of seconds here, a couple minutes, but now since the wall is there, I go back to the other side, and this is where all these knee pads come in, because this right here, this board right here is really, really rough. This is 2 pieces. Set. And of course, okay, I'm back. Just a quick phone call turned into 5 minutes. So, just helped the guy out. I couldn't do what he wanted, but that's okay. One of my buddies can help him out. Done. So and then I come to this end over here, and what I do is these pieces that I cut off, I save them. I don't throw any pieces away. As from room to room things change, and this is left over from the other room. This piece down here, see that? Yeah, this piece down here is 8 inches. This piece is 12 inches, so I'm just going to cut 4 inches off and put it on there. So I use this carpenter square. This works out way, way better. Score it several times and grab it. Snaps and it's cut. Just carpeting. course, I moved the hammer. And that row is done. So, as you can see, my real time for me to do this floor takes a long time. I don't know how long that was, but I had 15 minutes worth of interruptions in that row. And that's what's taking me so long to do this, is because my phone rings. So I'm gonna take a little break because I could go do something else. Or actually, I'm gonna go take a break because I could go eat some lunch, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, that's as far as I'm going today. There was a lot more. I wanted to get a lot farther across. I wanted to get all the way across the room. I just can't do it. It takes me too long with too many interruptions. So, but I got it all put back to where I'm gonna be. Just gotta cut this off right here so we don't trip over it. But then I got our furniture back. That's as far as we're going on with this today. It takes one of these rows, by the time I lay it out and do all the cuts and put it in there, it takes about a half hour per row. Somebody with more experience putting this floor down might get it done faster, but this is how long it takes me. Because I lay it out and then I don't like the colors of it and they don't seem to match up the way I want, so I take it apart. I just move the boards around. So I do one row at a time instead of a whole bunch of rows, just in case I get called away or something happens. But that is going to be my video for the day. Videos are going to slowly change through the season as things start to wind down, and once we get into done with the leaf cleanup, you're still gonna have a few videos like this here and there. But once leaf cleanup is done and I don't have any snow removal, I will have to be creating different content. So I'll probably be working on a Jeep that has been sitting in my garage for 2 years, so I might do some of that. I need to get that done this year too. Just got to get that out of the house, or out of the. I got to get that done and put together and out of my garage, and that way I'll get another part of my shop all cleaned out too. So tomorrow's gonna be a fairly busy day. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get back to this tomorrow or not. I'm not sure. Thursday is gonna be a slower day, so I think we're gonna do a bunch of Friday's route on Thursday and probably take a Friday off and finish the flooring. I'm not sure yet how it's all gonna work, but we're just gonna kind of wing it as always. But I guess that's it for the day. Everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.